there were some amendments proposed by the Europeans. Do these amendments somehow align with Ukraine's strategic priorities when it comes to the negotiations? Is there some sort of middle ground that could appease the Ukrainian sentiment?
So, of course, when we see European Union proposition, they made this draft better. First of all, it eliminates several things that, according to our view, is illegitimate and violate the United Nations Charter and the other rules created in the international law. So now it looks better. But even this plan, first of all, we're not sure that Russia supported. And even in this plan, they said that Ukraine should limit our army to 800,000 people. But it's a very important amendment. In time of peace, in time of war, Ukraine should not have any limitation. Because initial statement was we should limit our army to 600,000 and either in war or non-in-war situation. Europeans said in time of no war,
Yes.
800
So
without
you're
war.
basically saying that the Ukrainian government is not happy with the cap on the troops, and this is something that you're looking to amend, or the Ukrainian government is looking to amend?
Riham, of course, now Ukraine made the signals that it becomes better, and even yesterday it was direct meeting between the Secretary of State Marco Rubio and the head of President Office Andriy Yermak, and at least we received signals that now this plan looks better. But I return to the question of legitimacy, because you know that according to the United States of America legislation, any plan that the United States of America present should be presented in the United States of America. If it's prepared not in the US, it should receive the expertise of Department of State and Senate. There was no expertise in Department of State and Senate. That's why Senator Lindsey Graham today expressed a negative attitude, and he said that we want to understand who wrote this plan. And the Prime Minister of Poland, Donald Tusk, he also said the first question, who is the author of the document? It's very important. Thank you.
What about the designated committees on territorial, nuclear and detainee issues, in addition to the idea of the NATO ascension? Do you think that these sensitive areas are open to negotiation, or is it something that's set in stone by the Americans?
So, of course, for Ukraine, it's so very important not to return Russia to global economy. So, first should be stop of war, then step by step we will see how to do better, and immediate returning of Russia, refreezing of Russian assets, and giving 100 only to rebuild of Ukraine. I just want to say, according to the World Bank assessment, the damage committed by Russia is more than $500 billion, $500 billion. And we understand that 100 that, according to the plan proposed to rebuild of Ukraine, it's not enough. That's why Europeans change this part of this peace plan, and I think it's very important. Like according to sanctions, they said that it's not will be automatically that countries will see, and even when we talk about G8. 7 countries, each of them should make this decision. Okay, US can say, we're glad to see Russia back. But European countries, Canada, Japan, all of them can say no, because this plan created a very dangerous precedent for the future. So if any country in the world annexed part of the neighboring country, that in several years, everyone in the world said, okay, no problem, we recognize that as a normal thing. It should not be recognized as a normal thing. And the people who committed crimes should not receive amnesty. That was proposed in this plan, and Europeans say no, that idea is the bad idea. That's why we asked to eliminate it. So that's why I think discussion will be, and Donald Trump even said that 27th of November is not last day when Ukraine should support this plan. Thank you, Riham.
Well, as you said, that's a major grievance for many Ukrainians, the lack of accountability. But also one of the issues may be the Board of Peace that President Trump proposed that he's going to be chairing. Do you think this is something that could ensure long-term compliance and dispute resolution, or is this something that Ukraine is not happy about?
So we should understand that in time of war, Ukraine that is a victim in this war. For us, any attempt to solve it in peaceful way probably could we could not be glad of it because we need the justice, we need punishment of the aggressor. When we hear that aggressor will not be punished and the aggressor return to the normal life as it was before, without any responsibility for Ukraine, of course, it's a bad thing. But we understand that sometimes for receiving peace, we should sacrifice by some things. That's why I think that now we are discussing inside Ukrainian society what to do. But it was a very good thing made by Ukrainian president. He addressed the people. He said that now less people should say to the United States of America, to other countries, that they don't want to see this plan, at least in the initial formulation, that it should be changed. And only after these changes, we will see how people react to that. Because if people will be not glad, one simple situation. If President Zelensky, say, okay, I'm great, but soldiers on the front line say no. And the main decision makers is the people on the front line, not politicians.
Yes.
It's very important. Thank you, Rihan.
Okay, thank you so much from Kiev. That was Ivan Rus, the Chief Consultant of the National Institute for Strategic Studies. Thank you for joining us here on Q News.